Shalom. Shalom, Yeshua. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakathon to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, we're just gonna get into, how this the only thing that matters, man. If you want to give your all to something in this world, this God-forsaken world, give it unto Yahweh Bashem Shai, right? Because it's the only thing that's gonna benefit you in the times that we're coming into, right? Matter of fact, let me get this. I didn't have it. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death, right? So riches are not going to profit in a day of wrath. Yes, money is a defense. Yes, you use that to get by in your day-to-day lives. But that's not going to be the reason why you obtain salvation. If that's the case, then the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers can obtain salvation because they got all the money in the world, right? So no, you can't. Riches, money, yeah, that's not going to save you in the times we're coming into. But, you serving Yahweh Bashem Shai, right? Yahweh Shai being our righteousness, because our righteousness is nothing but filthy rags. But through Yahweh Shai being covered by his blood, the elect will be good. But, oh dang, what I was going to get? Oh yeah, 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? So be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work. Right? Because, like I said, this is the only thing that truly matters, man. The only thing that's not vain, the only thing that's gonna carry out like forever, the apostle said it, man. The kingdom of heaven is only months away. And what you do down here is gonna determine your legacy in the kingdom of heaven, good or bad. And who wants to have a bad legacy? Who wants to be a 2/3 in the kingdom of heaven? You go in the kingdom of heaven, it's like you're known as like, oh yeah, you're a 2/3, and the only reason why you got what you got right now, literally because you're an Israelite, right? Nobody wants to be a son of that, but 2/3 probably gonna be birthing more 2/3. That's it. Ain't gonna be birthing out no elect members. Well, the elect, they're gonna already be there, right? 2/3, man, that's the only one's coming back. Along with probably, new spirits, however Yahweh should have that set. Because we're going to be multiplying a lot. Right? But, if you a 2/3, bro, you're going to be so upset. It's not even going to be funny how upset you're going to be. Because you're going to be like, damn, like I was really being a nigga down there. And I got what I got just because I'm an Israelite. This means if you wasn't, then, you really be through. You'll be pretty much just as the heathens. No new bodies, staying in the same flesh. You still got to fight Satan, all that. But just because you're an Israelite, Lord, he gave you the kingdom of heaven and a new body. But it's going to show, man, it's going to show them, however the Lord have it said, the hierarchy. You're going to know who was part of the elect. Who was a part of 140,000? Who's a part of the elect? Just the rest of the 1/3. The 1/3, and you're gonna know who the 2/3 win, because they're gonna probably be the least in stature. They're probably gonna be the brokest, but still well off though than the heathens. But they're still gonna be the lowest when it comes to being an Israelite. And who wants to be in that position? Nobody. you know? So this is the only thing that's going to benefit you, is going to determine your legacy in the kingdom of heaven, man. You want to have a legacy of like, man, my father. You want your sons and your daughters to look at you like, man, my father was a great man. He stood stiffly. You want to be known for that. You don't want to be known for some sucker, right? Some dude like, kids might not want to talk about you like that. Who knows how have said like, but over time, of course, you'll get kind of over it, but not really, but it won't be as bad. But this stuff is gonna linger with you. This is your legacy, man. And that's not a good legacy to have, right? A legacy of like, oh man, my dad was a scoffer. My dad, you don't want your son looking like, damn, my dad was a scoffer. Even though your son's probably was the same, going to be the same, or scoffer. Didn't want to listen. Thought having a family was more important, etc. You don't want that kind of reputation. You don't want that kind of legacy to be left behind on your name. Fat ass stain on your name. That's something you got to think about, man. Don't be moving in the spirit of Esau. Oh, man, now. Fuck the now, bro. What about later? But what you do now is going to determine that later. Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that. What is it? Romans, ain't it? Oh, it's Hebrews. I'm tripping. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. This list says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessings, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. So you don't want to be a part of that, ones that's like just regretting. You don't want to be like, damn, like, I chose this over the kingdom of heaven. I chose this cheating ass woman over the kingdom of heaven. I chose this raggedy ass job over the kingdom of heaven. This video game, this whatever it is that's holding you back over the kingdom of heaven. Really? Bro, you know how messed up you're going to be over that? You're going to be like, damn, I really let this stop me. And it's crazy because it's not even you doing it, but you're still going to be feeling bad about it. You're like, fuck. And we don't want to be a part of that, bro. We don't want to be a part of that. The Lord didn't give you with his wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Use it, man. Use it because it's the thing that you're going to need in the times that we're going to come into. Right? Read Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Of Yahweh Bashion Shah is his treasure. So you fearing Yahweh Bashion Shah, he treasures that, because with fear comes with action. Look at Noah. He says in the Hebrews 11 chapter, man, Noah moved with fear to build that ark, man, to the saving of his household. So, I always quote throughout the second chapter, man. What fear of the Lord brings. Those that fear the Lord, they hope for good. Those that fear the Lord, will not disobey him. Look for things well-pleasing to him. So if you're fearing Yahweh, that's why the Lord treasures those that fear him, because they're going to be doing everything they're supposed to be doing to the best of their ability. But, I'm going to go back to the topic. It says, in wisdom and knowledge, man. So the wisdom and knowledge that you obtain throughout your walk shall be the stability at times, man. Because that's what's going to keep you stable. The fact that you're in the know. And you've been preparing yourself through the power of spirit Yahweh Bashion Shah. Right? Because Hosea 4 and 6, it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Right? Of them not knowing, being willingly ignorant. Right? They like to say ignorance is bliss. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. The Lord ain't playing that shit, man. You got a chance to get you. These people are being willingly ignorant. I mean, they're choosing to turn the other cheek, not even trying, denying the fact that it's true. What the prophets are saying. And the Lord ain't finna be like, damn, man, you just really didn't know, bro. The Lord gonna be like, nah, you didn't want to fucking listen. Well, this is what you get for not listening, boy. Right? You want to loathe the Lord law? You want to loathe the Lord law? Despise his law? Meaning? All right, this is your reward. As simple as that, bro. It's just as simple as that. You know? But continuing on, I'm gonna get this last one. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. I got it in the NLT. It says, give all your worries and cares to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, for he cares for you, man. Right? So give all your worries and cares unto him. Right? Because he's the only one that actually cares about you, other than, the brothers. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, he's the only one that can look out for you for real. Read that to a Psalms 34 chapter, man. His eyes are upon the righteous and his ears are open up to their cry. Right? So Yahweh Shemshai, he cares about you. But if you don't but the Lord, he's just gonna reiterate the same energy you give him. If you give him that I don't give a fuck energy, then he's gonna give you the same kind of energy. Right? That's the balance of it. You give I don't give a fuck, then he gonna give you he don't give a fuck. But if you show that you care, you're sacrificing, you're doing the best that you can within the abilities that the Lord gave you, then he's going to make sure you good. It might be tough. It might be a hard road. But you're going to thank him in the end and be like, damn, man, I'm glad I feared the Lord, bro. Simple as that. Because this is the only thing that matters, man. This is the only thing that's going to really help us through the times that we're coming into. Hell, it's helping us now. Be stable now. We're able to look at prophecy happen before our face and smile. Or for everybody else, man, they're getting more and more worried about the day. But anyways, Lord willing, you have zedified. I want to end it out by saying, Kal halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yeshua.